Could you imagine if you've been practicing the trumpet since you were like 5 and you don't get in the orchestra so this jackass can spin his paper thing? I know it's this.
First things first, this isn't Liz and the Blue Bird, the UFO movie that people actually care about. Kyoto Ani actually made 2 recap films, and this is a sequel to those, meaning it's also a sequel to the show, and it actually develops the themes of maturing that the show promotes. This film is set the year after the show takes place, which means that we're introduced to new Kohai and have to say goodbye to Best Girl and the other senpai, I guess. Furthermore, Kumiko is entrusted to the role of advisor for the first year students, particularly those in the base section, which forces her to understand just how much of a whiny cunt first years are. Kumiko has to deal with super important problems like this guy caring too much about his name, this girl caring too much about her name, and this girl just being a pretentious bitch the whole time. Wow, I am really bad at explaining why I like good things. She also has a boyfriend now. Was that a thing in the show? I don't really remember shit. Which is an appreciated but really weird part of the film. What I'm gonna say next is a massive spoiler, but it was such a weird decision I couldn't help myself from talking about it. So, the romance ends by Kumiko and What's-His-Face acting like this shitty high school band is way more important than a potential life together, so let's have a break for a year so we can focus on this instead? What? Even ignoring the fact that this romance isn't particularly engaging within the movie, how could you possibly come to the conclusion that my high school band is more important in this relationship, and not either realize you don't really love him and should probably break up with him, or re-examine your priorities in life because no high school club could ever possibly be more important than love? This was such a bizarre conclusion to come to, and the fact that both parties in the relationship independently realize this and treat it like it's such an obvious thing, that it makes me understand why Japan's birth rate is so low. Also, the ending of the film really sucks. I can't go into too much detail for obvious reasons, but it's really obvious that they were setting up a 4th film, which, considering the current state of Kyoto animation, will probably never happen. With all of that in mind, I do still like this film. I know I just criticized this movie for the entire video, but to be fair, this is a slice of life drama. Explaining why I liked it would be a massive spoiler, so just look at how pretty it is and trust me. 7 out of 10. This video is the 15th in a series of daily uploads where I review some movies I missed over the last decade in the hopes of making the ultimate anime of the decade list. If you have any suggestions for any anime, film or TV released from 2011 to 2020, please tell me in the comments. I want to find out about it now as opposed to after I make the big ass video. Also, I'm going to say some cringy sellout shit. And tomorrow's film is Promare if you want to watch it in advance. See you then. Oh my god, yes! 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 Best girl! Best girl! Best girl! Best girl! Best girl! Best girl! I give this film my first ever 15 out of 10. It's the best.